Hey, this is Emily from Emily Plans Life, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be setting up my Frankenplanner for December, and everything's a little crazy around here. I don't know about you, but I'm working on a lot of projects right now. Just finished up a fall mini album. I've been working on getting my December daily kind of set up. So yeah, lots of stuff. Haven't had time to clean up my desk, but that's okay. This is real life happy planning here. Okay, so for December, I do have some really pretty products that I want to use that are holiday themed. So I have these frosted covers, and I believe that these are from Jane's Agenda. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I guess you could use it on either way. I was just realizing that, but of course I want to use it for December, and I want to use the pretty gold side, so definitely going to use that. And then I have a few other December things here, and I will probably want to put something behind this because it is see-through. I mean, it's frosted, but you're really going to see through it. So I think, honestly, I might have done this last year, but I love this one. It's got, these are also from Jane's Agenda. So it's got a quote. It says, "I think this is how we're supposed to be in the world, present and in awe." This is, yeah, this says Jane's Agenda on it. And then I'll just put that layered right over top of this ornament paper, and it'll look like this. So also could use this red one, but I want, probably going to use some red discs here, so might be too much red. Just want to see. Yeah, I think that'll be really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, move that out of the way, get this open, and then I always start with the covers just because I can usually put the discs on both of them at the same time. And then I'll start adding stuff to it. So this, it's actually still November right now. So it's one of those weeks in my calendar, or in my planner, where a lot of it is November, but then like half the week is December. So sometimes those fall into the next month when you're setting your planner up. But this one, I guess there was enough days in November, so they left it in the part of November, and then we'll move to the December calendar. So I'm going to be keeping a week or two of the November planner in this one, but adding my December stuff too. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay, so first, I'm going to keep this open because last time I set this up, I did some kind of like Thanksgiving themed things at the very beginning. So I'm going to set those right here so I can put them back in my themed planner here, or my themed happy note kind of thing, and just move over what I need. So first, let's go back here and go to the November stuff. So I'll go ahead and put this back in. This is just some expander disc and like a note, like a hardcover thing that I have put stuff in order by season, or I guess by month really. And so I just add to that as I go along, and then when I want to have seasonal stuff, it's all in one place. So I do like to keep some of the dividers and stuff from previous planners, or like if I buy Happy Notes or something like that, because like it's always fun to reuse those, you know. All right, let me go back to November here and put these pages. So these were just from Hobby Lobby if you didn't see last month's, but these are scrapbook paper and a vellum overlay, and I just cut them down and used a hole punch that is sized for the Happy Planner. So I'm going to keep this out because in the back of my planner, I will use one of these dividers at least. So, okay. So I always add this front section in. This is kind of like my reference stuff. It's got my name page here, of course, and then like a perpetual calendar and time off and stuff like that I try to keep up with. Birthdays and anniversaries, and then my productivity sheets. This is something that I made just for myself because these are the things that I am wanting to plan for on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. And that way I don't forget anything. I will probably maybe redo that a little bit at the beginning of at the beginning of January, because I want to make sure that I've got, that everything still applies. I know from 2021 into 22, some stuff changed, and it just seems like stuff always changes. One thing I need to do that's on my list here is a new brain dump page. So I've pretty much done everything on this fall themed one, and I definitely want a Christmassy themed one. And I actually stuck some papers. I just have a few of these sheets that a friend gave me. They're really cute, have the little trees down the side. So I'm going to use that as my brain dump page. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that right behind my current one. So when I'm ready to do that, it's all ready. And then I always take this time to kind of like update things. If I did any live CE, and this is my work stuff, so I go ahead and mark that off. And then I'm into my pre-planning stuff. So I printed some out for January. That'll all go here as well. This has been really successful for me to have some kind, like I said, some of this sort of reference stuff right at the front. And I know this page is upside down, but I just did that because I hate writing on the back, like on this side. So this was lined on both sides. So I used that for half the year and then flipped it over and used the rest. So real fancy. That's how I roll. Okay. And then I've also been using this little folder. I'll just go ahead and stick that in. It's fine. And then my mild liner swatch page, which it's kind of weird. So I haven't really been using mild liners. I used to like mark out every single task, and I mean, I really actually like that because it's easier to see, that I've like done every single thing. But I also kind of like the way my planner looks without all that extra color in there. So I've been trying that out for a month or two. I think, probably just go through spurts. There may be some weeks I go back to that, and then other weeks I don't. Okay, so this is my November stuff. Again, we are still in November, but we are going out of town for part of this, so I don't really need everything that's in this section. So I don't need my calendar, don't need this sheet. Just try to go forward as many weeks as possible. Yeah. So I don't need any of this, and I'll just go ahead, just kidding, go ahead and put it back in the regular planner where it goes. I do keep this planner every year, so like whatever my catch-all planner is, I keep. Got 2 or 3 of them. I don't know. No, actually about 4 years worth up there, so it's pretty fun to look at. And then these are gonna be, okay, so I've got next week's spread, which I probably won't do a ton on this because we're gone for part of it, but then I've got some planning pages here. So those will go in the front here until I'm done with them. And then there's another thing I've been using. It's called, I think it's called Anchored Women Planner. Some of it's religious quotes, some of it's not, but it's really great the way it's all laid out. So I was able to plan out just kind of messy. Like, it does not have to be cute. So everything I wanted to do in November, and I only downloaded it's about halfway through the month, so I didn't get to use it all the way. But it talks about like reflecting and refreshing your goals, what you're working on. Has a spot for like home projects that you want to get done. Even some meal ideas, and then each quarter, well, each season, there's also some planning for that season. So there's winter and then also December. So those are the ones I'm actually going to go ahead and put in my planner for the December one. And I actually think I'm going to move it to a slightly different section. So I'll do that in a second. So one other thing I've been doing is, you know, I am finishing out my dashboard planner, but I'm changing layouts for next year because I just am kind of, I don't know if I'm bored by it or like my planning has changed or what it is, but I am just not loving the dashboard anymore. Like, I've used it for years. It's really served me well, but I don't know, guys, I want to do vertical. So I have set up a few sheets for December, and so I'll kind of like double plan a little bit, I guess, which is crazy, but I need to figure out, like, I've been working on it some, but I got to figure out exactly how to make a vertical work for me. So that's the plan for now. Okay, so this is my little home section that I am still working on. It has things like meal planning and a cleaning tracker that I'm going to set up next year, but I did already stick it in here. And then I think I'm also going to put this Anchored Women thing in here because a lot of it is homey, like home stuff and projects and meal planning. So I don't feel like it needs to be up front in my catch-all section because that's more like my week-to-week stuff. So we'll put that here. Next up is what I call my mindfulness section. This one, all I do pretty much is change out this divider because I don't really use this planner as it was created. So it's a wellness planner. I've mentioned many times. It just doesn't work for me. That's okay. It's fine. So I just put a pretty divider in there for the month. And then these are things that that I've been working on. So movements, and then, you know, if I'm doing any like challenges or stuff like that. And then behind it, I have a little vision board. So I'm going to move all that real quick. This will take me just a second. Okay. All right. And then my next section is my creativity planner. So this is where I put things that are happening for the month. If there's any like challenges or crops or Wild University, that sort of stuff. All of that goes in here. And I'm not exactly done with some things I was doing in November, so I'm going to move some of it. Let's see what all I need. Definitely not all of it, but some of it I'm going to keep in my new Frankenplanner. So I'm going to go ahead and move December over. Can y'all believe it's December, y'all? Almost. I mean, seriously. But I am really excited to use new planners for next year, and I'm sure I'm not the only person, so that's fun. Okay, so from November, obviously I don't need a calendar anymore. That can go in the long-term storage one. Don't really need that. I do like to have this little cheat sheet. This is kind of like the things that I like to keep up with in there. But these are some things that I was working on. So this is for December Daily. I have been doing a lot of prep work for it. It's a project that I've done for several years now, and it's probably my favorite thing that I do for scrapbooking projects. So I've been taking some notes of like Allie Edwards classes that she has and different things that I want to try, blog posts that I've seen. Like, there's so much, so it's awesome, and I cannot wait to see what mine ends up looking like this year. So let me know if you are someone who does December Daily, if it's the first time you'll have been doing it. I'd love to know, like, what your, what your paper collection is, all that sort of stuff. And I also plan on doing kind of like a prep video. Haven't got to that yet, but I will put in there just to kind of show like some of the things I've been working on as I've gone along. Okay, so this fall bucket list, obviously don't need that anymore, so I'll put that to the side. And then my last section here, let's see. So here is where I had that fall bucket list that was at the beginning of my unplug one. So I'm going to need something, I want something pretty to go right here. So I'm going to go back to my seasonal products here and just pick a couple things. So I do like this one. This is a cute divider from a planner one year, and then this one's really cute too. And so we'll go with those. Oh, let's see. I think I will choose this one here for my unplugged section. This is where I keep up with things like books or like recommendations, things I want to check out, that sort of stuff. And then this last divider, this is just, currently it's just a place for me to put notes and like blank piece of paper, that sort of stuff. So it's been working pretty good too. I'm not sure what I'm going to use, so I'm not going to put that in there. I also keep a couple of daily sheets in the back just in case I want to use one. I'm not a big daily planner, but every now and then you just get a crazy day, and it's just easier to have all your stuff in one place so you can figure out all the tasks you need to do. Okay, so this will go back in the November section. And then my planner is pretty much set up. I'm not going to worry about the back here because I don't really care. Okay, so again, quick flip through. I've got this frosted cover with the gold trees on it, the overlay with the quote from Jane's Agenda, the divider from her, and then my front section here is just reference. So my name, page, time off, perpetual calendar, productivity notes. Then the get it done section in the beginning, I've got all reference, pre-planning, work stuff, all that kind of thing. And then I go into my dashboard, which is my catch-all currently. My next section is the clean house section, where I'm going to be working on like a cleaning tracker and meal planning, and the Anchored Woman pre-planning section for seasons and for individual months. The mindfulness section, I've got my movement tracker, some other things I'm working on, and a vision board at the back. My creativity section is the monthly layout that I use for keeping up with creative pursuits, activities, things I'm doing. And then the unplugged section, where I track just a couple things like how many books I'm reading, and my notes section in the back. So that's about it, guys. It's pretty quick and easy. I will go back here in a little bit and add in some dividers. I have been really liking these, so I may just stick these back in. They're really pretty. They were from the fall release. So there you have it. Hope you have a happy rest of November, and let me know if you're Frankenplanning or making any changes for December. If you don't already, hit subscribe, and if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's Emily Plans Life. Thanks so much. Have a great day.